The night was silent, too silent. The kind of quiet that makes you feel like the world is holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. It was nearly midnight, and the old wooden clock in the hallway ticked away the final seconds of the day. Sarah sat curled up on the couch, her eyes fixed on the glow of her phone screen. The rest of the house was dark, save for the dim lamp beside her. A sudden knock at the door shattered the silence. Sarah froze. Who would be visiting at this hour? She lived alone in a small town where people minded their own business. A late-night visitor was unusual. The knock came again, this time more insistent. Something about it felt wrong. The first signs. Sarah hesitated, heart pounding. She tiptoed to the door, peering through the peephole. Nothing. The porch light cast an eerie glow over the empty street, but there was no one outside. Another knock, louder this time. She gripped the doorknob, contemplating whether to open it. "Hello," she called out, her voice trembling slightly. No response. Her phone buzzed in her hand. A text message. "Don't open the door." Sarah's stomach clenched. The message was from her best friend, Lily. How did she know someone was knocking? Her fingers trembled as she typed back. "What do you mean? Are you outside?" Almost immediately, another message appeared. "No, just don't open it. No matter what you hear." Cold fear seeped into her bones. She backed away from the door, the knocking continuing, growing louder, more urgent. The wall seemed to shake with each pounding sound. And then it stopped. The shadow on the porch. Sarah stood frozen in place, the silence heavier than before. Gathering her courage, she moved towards a window and peeked through the blinds. Something was there. A shadowy figure stood at the edge of the porch, just beyond the reach of the light. Tall, motionless. No features. No sound. Her breath caught in her throat. She scrambled to her phone and called Lily. The call went straight to voicemail. She texted, "I see someone. Who is it? What's happening?" No response. The figure outside suddenly moved. A slow, deliberate step towards the door. Sarah's breath hitched. Knock, knock, knock. The sound was different now. Heavier, more forceful, almost angry. She backed away, her mind racing. Should she call the police? But what would she say? That someone knocked on her door and then vanished? Her phone buzzed again. "If you open it, you'll disappear too." The disappearance. Sarah's hand shook as she read the message. What did Lily mean? Had this happened before? The knocking stopped once again, but something told her the figure hadn't left. She could still feel it, that oppressive presence lurking just beyond the door. She forced herself to take a deep breath. Maybe she was overreacting. Maybe it was just some prankster messing with her. She reached for the doorknob. As soon as her fingers brushed the cold metal, her phone vibrated so violently it nearly fell from her grasp. Another message. "Sarah, don't." She stumbled back, her pulse hammering in her ears. The door creaked slightly, as if something on the other side had felt her hesitation. And then the sound of footsteps. Slow, deliberate, walking away. Sarah exhaled shakily, stepping closer to the peephole. The figure was gone. The street was empty. The porch light flickered, casting eerie shadows across the pavement. She texted Lily again. "It's gone. What the hell is going on? Please call me." A minute passed, then another. Finally, her phone buzzed. A single message. "I'm outside. Let me in. Something is wrong." Sarah's stomach twisted. Lily was outside? She hadn't heard a car pull up, hadn't heard footsteps approaching. How did she get there so fast? She hesitated, then carefully moved to the window again. The porch was empty. Her phone vibrated. Another message. "Sarah, open the door." Her fingers felt numb as she typed. "Where are you? I don't see you." No response. She swallowed hard. Something felt terribly wrong. A final knock, so loud it rattled the windows. Sarah barely managed to suppress a scream. She pressed herself against the wall, heart hammering. Then, her phone buzzed one last time. If you don't open it, they'll come inside anyway. And then, the doorknob began to turn on its own,